whatever, bring it on, bitches. You'll never, ever make me go away. And the only way you would be able to make me go away would probably be at gunpoint on my property, but then 2 or 3 of you would pass on to the next place with me for certain before that went down. There you go. But anyway, that's how scared I am of your asses, and I know you're watching, and you're a bunch of coward-ass, slimy pieces of shit, and the good people are going to win, and they're probably going to string you up by your little pencil necks. There you go.
Oh, damn. Woo, shit. How's everyone doing tonight? Got me. Got me right in the lungs. Oh, my God. Chest, no, that wouldn't work. Nah. No, well. How's this evening going for everybody? Greetings and salutations, one-man show. How you doing, brother? October 7th, so 8th month, 7th day, righty, right? October 7th. 8th, October, I see, 8th month, 7th day, right? Well, you know what? Like, we just added some months and liked the way other months sounded and fucking, that's what happens. It's like when you get, it's kind of like when you have producers writing entertainment, people think they know what they're doing and it comes out a disaster. They're like, we could just keep the name October. We'll just put the new month right in the middle because then, I know everyone's excited for October, but then they have to put up with these bullshit months that we'll put in here, or else they could just ignore it and go about the rest of the year as if it didn't happen. But no, now they have to deal with July. Good morning, Tina. How you doing? Close enough, Elroy. Afternoon, gang. Hey there, always censored. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Good to see you, man. I invited someone on tonight. Not sure if they can make it. They weren't sure if they can make it, so we will see. But if they do make it, they will pop up here, and I'll bring them on and all that stuff. You know what I mean? If not, it is what it is. I'll get to the article when I get to the article, and that'll be it. But I'll hop to it if they show up. There's one specifically that I want. I was like, hey, you know what? Why don't we talking about this? You want to come hang out? He said, maybe. That's a hard maybe. So a hard maybe for me, it's probably a no, but I'm going to try to make it. So that's how I'm taking it. That's a hard maybe, baby. That's a hard maybe, baby. So I got a hard maybe on my guest tonight. Wonder if he had any particular pencil neck in mind. Probably Trudeau. He's Canadian. So he's talking to like the politicians and shit. Wonder if he had any particular pencil neck in mind. How'd you guys like that little the little intro clip? I was watching that guy. That's the guy when I talk about the Sasquatch videos, the facts by how to hunt. That's the channel. That's the guy talking on his channel about like politics and stuff because he just went on a little A side talking about politics, and I thought it was fucking funny because he's just like flat as can be, just like you know. And if you try to come at me, I will kill at least 3 of you fuckers. I will take you down with me, and I will see you in heaven or hell. We'll have a beer either way. Like that's his whole energy, you know. His whole vibe was like super chill. So I just thought it was hilarious, and I wanted to I wanted to add it to my clips. It's nice I didn't have to do any editing, or it's just good to go. Actually, there's a little more to the clip at the end. I just didn't play it. It'll be a good clip. Like when I need a second. How long is it? 36 seconds. All right. Yeah, if I need 36 seconds, I need to rename this bitch. Pencil necks. That's what I'm going to call it. Pencil necks. Oh my god, dude. Hey, Steve. How you doing, buddy? Yo, it's good to see you. How you doing over there, man? Wait, October is no longer the 8th month. How you doing, Elroy? Bamboo Soldier. Sup? God bless, man. Blessings. Bamboo. And of course, everyone in chat. I gotta get that token. Messing with the calendar again. Cocktober. Hola, mis pendejos benitos. Benitos. Mis pendejos benitos. Sister Mary Six Gun. How you doing, Papa? Was at a bar for lunch. Baseball game was on. A horrible director. Only showed replay twice. Guy got hit by pitch. Give us all the angles. Horrible director. Baseball game, a horrible director. Only showed replay twice. Like whoever was in charge of like directing the baseball game footage and stuff. Well, bruh, if you got complaints, why don't you apply to the job, man? What you could do is you could take some clips of baseball games and show how you would have cut it. You know, you could even use that fuckers. You could be like, look, this is the guy you have now. This is me. Yeah, man. And of course, it's easy to say, like, well, you know, in retrospect, it's easy, but say, oh, well, then give me a test. Maybe you get yourself a job directing baseball games. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think it is. I think baseball's lame. But if you like it, more power to you, buddy. Hey, Phil. How you doing, man? Probably, what is this? Oh. Yet another unexpected twist. Probably not going to continue much to chat. Been a rough day. It has indeed, man. It has indeed. The fuck is this? Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Dude, there's so many fucking spam accounts. It's ridiculous. Man, have you guys, is it just me? Because it didn't used to be like this. It didn't used to be that every single day you're getting like messages from motherfuckers being like, hey, you wanna, you know, do you keep your financing options open? Or do you keep, you keep your income options open? Hey, we think you'd be a nice brand ambassador. I got one of those one time. I was like, oh, that's cool. But it was like a person reaching out. It wasn't like these fuckers where they're just spamming and it's just automated. Hey, hello, friend. Are you interested in business opportunities? Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God. The fuck? Oh, I never saw this one. Okay. I gotta come back to that. Oh, I also that was what I wanted to do. Silence. Boom, baby. Oh, I forgot to pull up the chat. Ayo, son of a bitch. Ah, I forgot again. I forgot again. Son of a bitch. All right. Let's do the thing. Hold on, let me pull up the motherfucking chat here. I am Jack's complete lack of surprise. YouTube chat. There we go. All right. Yeah, it has been a rough day, one man show. I hope you feel better, man. Have a good weekend, my friend. Been a tough day all year for me. Things turning around. Phew. Good. Always censored. That's good to hear, man. I'm glad. I am glad to hear it. Sister makes this gun. Give Catherine the keyboard if you're going to lurk, one man show. Love to come up on panel sometime, Kai. Oh, that would be cool. I've never seen you actually on a panel. Oh yeah, I'll send you a link sometime. We can hang out backstage or something and chit chat a little bit. Cause like everyone's got different subjects, and like I don't know what to have people on for if I ain't never been on with them. But sometimes people invite me on their show. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? We're going to be talking about the Dukes of Hazzard and this and that. I'm like, I don't know about none of that shit, man. Oh, thank you. Ah, but you're so much fun. But I don't know anything about that. Guy of the day was harsh to her as well, but less so. Could switch chairs, I suppose. Elroy, like to see pain from every direction. Sounds like a great idea. I don't like watching baseball. That's why I can pick it apart. Oh, okay. I see. You don't like watching baseball. That's why you can. Imagine your dislike of baseball makes you like the best baseball commentator. You're like, look at this idiot right here. Just shredding people. And they love it like the cook. What's his name? Son of a bitch. The guy with the idiot sandwich, Ramses. Something Ramses. Not Dave. What's his? Son of a bitch. Cook. Ramses. Ramsey. Gordon Ramsay. Like Gordon Ramsay, Like people just love that shit. They're like, yeah, fuck it up, stupid. So he yells at you. I love it when he yells at people. Like you could be that guy, Elroy. I get invitations to join the Illuminati all the time. Sounds fun, except all the human sacrifices. Yeah, that is kind of lame. It's like they're like, all right, time to time to sacrifice the human. You're like, what? But we just finished and she's so pretty and she was like really nice. You're like, yeah, that's why. They got the bigger the heart, the better, because we're assholes and that's how we operate. Fuckers, dude. Right? It's like almost the more innocent, the more pure something is, the more they want to fuck it up. Greetings, Kai, and to all in chat. I didn't like watching politics. Now it has been real interesting. More plot twists than Dallas. How you doing, Laszlo? Panoflex. I wonder if there is a secret society for good. It has to be even more secret, though. See, that's the thing. A secret society for good would either get corrupted over time, because it would take centuries, or whatever. It would get corrupted, or it would get eliminated. So it would have to be more secret than the secret societies. As in, we know the secret societies exist. We're like, hey, what are you fuckers doing over there? They're like, nothing. We're just like having a party and drinking. What? We're like, no, you're doing weird shit. They're like, no, what, us? Weird shit. What, like pegging, like Prince? What? No, not. That's not weird enough. That's not the kind of weird I'm talking about. That's if you're into that, whatever. No. I'm talking all this weird sacrifice and dead animals shit I'm seeing on the floor. Like, oh, that. We're college kids having fun. What's the big deal? No, something. No, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, we know these people exist. We know they do weird shit. They exist publicly. They're secret in that what they do is secret, and that they maintain secrecy about what they about, like, everything they know, everything they do, all that stuff is secret. It's a society that keeps secrets. This society itself is not a secret. So a secret society for good would actually have to be a secret. It would have to be like it would have to be like anonymous. Always censored. It have to be like anons. Anons are all walking around the world. Could be right next to each other. Neither one would know it. But then some shit pops off, and you hear someone throw a meme out into the world, and you go, did I just hear that shit? And then you go along with it, and then everyone else in the crowd that's also an anon catches on and goes, oh, cool. Like, that's how anons work. We can make a joke, and everyone else in there immediately knows what the deal is. Every other anon is immediately in on it, right? So then you go, itty bitty baby, itty bitty boat, and everyone goes, oh, okay, I see what this. Oh, that's where this guy's coming from. I'm not taking at that point. Let's say you're talking with someone, and everyone's like, what? You say something like, and they're like, oh, you talk about mudkips or some shit, and people go, oh, he's fucking with this guy. He's fucking with this guy. But to what end? And then you let everyone else figure it out. But, like, you gotta be secret. No one out there sees anons coming unless they get outed, unless they get arrested for, like, hacking or breaking into someone's house, doing something stupid, whatever. Like, that happens. But generally, it could be your doctor, it could be your dentist, it could be a YouTuber, it could be your accountant, it could be a bus driver, a janitor. It's like Fight Club, where they pull the dude into the bathroom, like, do not fuck with us. We're everywhere. That's how it is. And anonymous isn't like, there's college kids, but that first wave, the old fags, ooh, they're all off doing things with their lives, Some maybe check in once in a while, but after that Scientology thing happened, that clicked things off into another level. And after that, also the FBI started trying to infiltrate. The FBI started trying to infiltrate Anonymous, started trying to infiltrate the IRCs, and Anons naturally caught on because, like I said right now about code speak and how Anons all understand each other without speaking, without like communicating directly, and so it's fucking retard 3-letter people gave themselves away, and then so everyone's scattered and the way things operate changed, and then some people realized, I'm just gonna go live my life. I'm gonna go live my life and go be a doctor or be a lawyer or be whatever they be, because now they're plugged into that group consciousness. And so, one day when the giant wakes up, they gonna be there. So something like that, maybe that's why the FBI didn't like. Maybe that's why I should say 3-letter people. That's why the 3-letter people didn't like Anons, right? Maybe that's why. Gordon Ramsay, yeah, I got it. I didn't get it. I looked it up, but I got it. Imagine you used to love baseball, then you learn it is all rigged. I follow a little, but never the same. All scripted. Ah, that sucks, man. As long as you're not the sacrifice, what's the harm? Well, that's not a good or kind way of thinking, one man show. What are you talking about? What's the harm in sacrificing others? Well, what's the intention of sacrificing? Sacrifice is an exchange. The word itself implies an exchange. So what, you're gonna let, like, are you talking about yourself doing a sacrifice or someone else sacrificing other people, like kids or whatever? Like, it's something that's not right. And if something ain't right in the world, if you consider yourself to be a decent person, you should try to put a stop to it. You can't just go, well, it ain't happening to me, because that's what Boondock Saints is about. The indifference of good men. It's the movie kicks off with that line. And so yeah, that's the harm in it. It harms all of us. It harms the human spirit. It's and if some fuckface, like, piece of shit is out there doing sacrifices like to gain power, then I don't want that fucker getting power. That guy's an asshole. He is sacrificing animals or children or whatever to gain power from some magical entity that lives in another dimension. No. Put a stop to that shit. Put a stop to that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, but I don't believe in other worldly entities. Well, that guy clearly does. That guy clearly believes in it to the point where he is sacrificing other living beings for his gain. And so, like, it's essentially, what's the difference between that guy and a serial killer? None. That guy is doing it because he thinks an otherworldly entity, a non-physical entity, is going to give him power. The serial killer is doing it because he likes to see what people look like on the inside. That one is technically more harmless. He's just curious. He's just indulging his curiosity. He's not killing for power. You know what I mean? Like, let's really look at that. Like, which one of these is a bigger threat to society? The rich, powerful person getting away with serial murder and sacrifice in pursuit of power, or the random dude that's fucked in the head that's just killing people because he had a bad day and just, offing somebody in the night. It's like a Dexter or whatever, what's the, like, okay, Dexter, that's a different moral discussion. But am I making sense here? Like, I need to scroll down and catch up because I've been talking. Good doesn't need to be a secret. No, it doesn't. In fact, good generally is not a secret. It's pretty out in the open because, like I said, if you see something fucked up, you can't just stand by and let it happen. If you consider yourself a good person, So yeah, good people usually out themselves pretty quick because they go, yeah, I know this makes me a target, but fuck you, that shit's not cool. And so good is not a secret, but a secret society for good, that shit would need to be super duper secret. I don't even know how that would function. I mean, aside, we've got anonymous as a base, as a concept, we see that as possible within the human psyche. But how would that come together? How would people find each other? How would these things be established? I don't know, man. I don't have the answer to this shit, but I'm speculating based on what I got here. But yeah, good people generally do not keep themselves a secret unless they're being hunted, like Qigong practitioners in China. Poor things. Would an organization for good do unhuman sacrifices? They wouldn't do any sacrifices. An organization wouldn't sacrifice any living thing. Just a cosplay club. Just a cosplay club. Oh, we're just a cosplay club, guys. We just like dressing like Romans. And the star on the ground with the dead chickens. Romans used to do this shit. MIB. I believe the secret goodies are known as white hats. In the hacker world, yeah. In the hacker world, yeah. Hey there, everyone. Hey, Nick. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Meme lords. Dun, 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 dun. I saw something funny, so I turned it into a meme. Da 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 da. You mean the feds? Yeah, I should just call them all the feds, since they're all kind of an amorphous group of fucks. Yeah, and I wish for a white hat CIA. Wait, yeah, and I wish for a white hat. When one day when Jesus come back, sweet baby Jesus. White hat. What? When my legs are trapped in a cage of spandex. When my legs are trapped in a cage of spandex, I dance like hell to release the madness. Oh yeah. Hail, old man, even older man Kai. Hey, oh, hey, it's still me. Sorry, 1 second. Hey, awesome one. It's good to see you, buddy. It's always a pleasure. It's Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm gonna get all the ladies in the old folks home. Ooh wee! I am stoked. Old Roger down a couple units over is not ready for this. I'm taking them all home tonight. My doctor's a good one. He short-circuited work and got the government investigating them. Let the fun begin. Nice. What do you mean he short-circuited work? Short-circuited work. Did you correct that? Churches are also cults. Okay. That is, dude, that's dope. Good for your dude. That's fucking props to your doctor, man. Buy him a gift basket or something, dude. Do something nice for him. Fed, some kind of secret warrior. Who's some kind of secret warrior? The feds? Church is the open secret society for good. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's not a secret society. It's a completely open society. Yeah, that's a nice way of, I like that awesome one. That's a really nice way of looking at it. Church is an open society. Open secret society. So it's an open, unsecret society for good. Churches are also cults. There are some that are very cultish, but I've learned that it really depends on like who's in charge of the church. Growing up, fucking garbage people. But I've encountered a few religious like pastor types who are not interested in like bringing you into the church. They're interested in actually helping you. They don't care if you're part of their church or not. That's where you find good people, good lessons, etc. That's non-cult mentality. JFK said the extra JFK said the exact same thing Alex Jones does now. Good thing some madman shot him. Imagine having a tinfoil hat weirdo as president. What exactly is the thing that he said, Sister Mary Sixgun, since you are preaching the gospel of secret wisdom? I mean, like, JFK was saying a lot of shit. Which one specifically are you talking about? What the fuck? They're showing muddy dicks. That ain't mud. Without God, no life and morals. Hence, current downfall of West as they try to fill that void. I don't think that's necessarily true, because even when I was like, nope, full on atheist, there's no God, etc., etc. Excuse me. Even when I was like that, I still had morals. I still had ideals. I was still like, I don't need a book to tell me how to be a decent person. I see you suffering. You need help. I'm going to be there. You know what I mean? When people do nice upon me, I learn from that how I can do better myself upon others. And in that way, we can all help each other grow. And so I had a moral compass. I didn't need a book or a religion to do that for me. I knew, like, no, that's right. Like, it's just the right way to be. But all this other stuff, I'm not vibing with it. The power structure, I wasn't digging. The not getting any answers from my priests and stuff, I wasn't digging that shit. And so I was it just built up. I was like, I'm in 8th grade and I can out debate. Nah, I'm done. I'm out of this shit. So, but you're right that a lot of people, they do actually need someone to teach them how to be a decent freaking person. And since they don't have that, they have a void in their heart. And they fill that void with materialism or with money or with government or whatever. I try to imagine a reality where crazy Alex Jones is the sane one. Dude, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. So everyone else is insane. Isn't that kind of how it is? What if the sacrifice is for the greater good? Wasn't that what the movie was about? Wasn't that what Infinity War? Endgame, right? That's what Endgame. That's the central thesis of Endgame right there. It was when he's like, we might have to sacrifice, and Captain America says we don't trade lives. No, we're doing it like this. And Captain America stuck to his guns, and they didn't trade lives. But Tony Stark, in the moment, saw an opportunity and realized in order to, like, the best possible solution required would mean that he would die, but someone needed to push that button. You know what I mean? So in that moment, he sacrificed himself for others. That's a sacrifice for the greater good. When you sacrifice yourself, not other people. Give of yourself, not expecting a reward. Those fucking fuckfaces, right on. If one was offered the opportunity to sacrifice one life for the universal cure for cancer, is that a bad thing? Probably, yeah. It probably is, one man show. Think about it. Who would offer you that? Why would they offer you that? So you're telling me you're giving the cure for cancer. So you just, this person has the cure for cancer already. And they're asking you to sacrifice something for it. Why? Why don't you just give us the cure for cancer? Oh, because I want you to kill that guy right there. Why? Don't worry about why. I'd be fucking worried, bro. I'd be worried. Why? That's not good. you know, if you ask questions and logically you get to a point where you go, wait, why is this happening? And there's no good answers for that. Something bad is behind that. So people get too caught up in the premise of a question. Oh, but you'd be saving all these people. Okay, but what are the conditions of this question here? This fucker already has the cure for cancer and is withholding it. So I would say, let's look into this. Hey, you guy, why does that guy there want you dead? What's going on? Oh, well, and then they'd say, well, this, and you go, oh shit. Oh, that's why he wants you dead. I get it. And you realize there's a bigger game at play. And he thought you would be a nice little puppet. You just pull your strings. That's why. One man show. That's just them trying to convince you to sacrifice things. Always censored. Fucking nailed it. Way less words than I used. You don't need a god to have a moral compass. If you need a book to tell you right from wrong, you're an idiot. Thank you, Sister Mary Sixgun. You sexy tower of morality. No, you sexy brick house of morality. Oh, so Dexter's a different discussion. Yeah, because Dexter, then we get into Dexter isn't just killing because he needs to or because he is specifically targeting killers who are killing indiscriminately and killing good people. So that becomes, if you remember when Dexter was on the air, people were having relativistic discussions about the moral quandaries of that all the time. You'd bring up Dexter, they'd be like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd like someone doing that in real life. Other people would be like, are you crazy? So that's why it was a whole thing. Some people have no idea what is right and wrong. They have names that end in path. Yep. Except for empaths. I don't think an empath fits that description. Dexter's my husband in an alternate reality. How you doing, Erica Gardens? I don't remember if I already said hi or not. Wait, Kai, is Dexter scientist or the cop? Scientist or the cop? What? I always try not to kill people because that's bad. Okay. FYI, don't kill. It's bad. Okay. I guess that makes me a bad person. There are a few guys I know I wouldn't mind slipping the knife into a few times. No, I hear you there. I hear you. I get it. There's a few people that I'm like, oh my God, if like, imagine being in the middle of Sparta next to that hole and like standing next to you is one of these monster pieces of shit passing as human beings in positions of power. One of those people, you know, one of the people that's gotten us to where we're at right now, just standing right next to that big fucking hole with the Persian messengers. And you're like, dude, I could just boop. What's it called? Skyrise Invasion. Skyrise Invasion, that first episode where that cop pushes the other cop out, like off the roof. He just goes boop and push. It was like a moment of like, I can just do this. And he does it. And even he is surprised by it. But as soon as it happens, he switches. It's like a switch flips because now he realizes it's like all the meta, everything he knew to be true in that moment when he did that, it clicked and he flipped into a different person because at that point, he realized he has all the power right now and he can do whatever he wants. And it led him into that. And so, you know, what makes us good people is that even though we'd like to do some of the shit, and even though some of us are capable of it, one man show, it's that we don't. You know what I mean? We don't. Even if even if this fucker deserves it, Not one man show though. Never him. Oh, I see. Oh, that's right, Catherine. You don't use the quotes. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's all about what we bring to the table. It's about where our heart is at. You know, it's what's that clip from Speed Racer? Let me play that clip from Speed Racer. I love Speed Racer. Such a good fucking movie. Speed Racer. Okay, hold on. It's like part of a montage. So I need to find it. Hold on. I'm gonna find it, y'all. Okay. All right. Found it, y'all. I found it. Check it out.
Racing hasn't changed and it never will.
Oh, unavailable. He says racing hasn't changed and it never will.
It doesn't matter if racing never changes. What matters is if we let racing change us.
That was it. Just that little quote. It doesn't matter if racing never changes. It matters if, you can't let racing change us. You can't let the thing that can't change this thing over here. So what if it never changes? You can't let it change you. Don't kill, don't steal, don't lie, don't mess with our families. DJ Lewis, Eve, how you doing? Hey, Kai. Came in just in time to hear that old man say he was going to get all the ladies. Tell him to bring me one too. Oh, you got it, Eve. Do you want a nice Chinese lady or maybe a blonde? Well, I guess they've all got gray hair these days. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, sure, I'll bring a couple for you. Bring protection. That sounds like one man show. He's censored. No, Fedorable the horrible. He's a force of good. Fedorable the horrible. Where's Fedorable? What? I don't see no Fedorable the horrible, homie. Where's he at? Happy World War III, everyone. How you doing, Captain Infinity? What are the new developments today? I don't remember Kennedy talking about gay frogs. My old master used to say the difference between a cult and a religion is the size of their bank account. God bless old Bob, a good man. All right, let's get on to what's it called? I'm going to pull up actually the articles and stuff in a minute. I want to talk about this tattoo thing. Of course, I'm going to build up to the tattoo thing. I'm not going to start there. I'm actually going to start with a follow-up article from something we read recently. Catholic Church is a conduit to the dark side. A conduit? I don't think so. I don't agree. Anyone that's about Jesus, I don't think is on the way to the dark side. I would say the Catholic Church has become a corrupt power structure. That the religion itself and its teachings, alongside Christianity in general, elements of it have been removed in order to prevent people from truly reaching an enlightened state. But I don't think it's a conduit to the dark side. That's going a little too far. That's like saying weed is a gateway drug. First you smoke a joint and then you're doing the crack. It's like 1, 2, 3. Check your Twitter DMs. You got it. Oh, nice. JFK, 7 days before his assassination. You know what? Why don't I just put that here, and then here, over a new term. Okay, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Check your Twitter DMs. It's so weird that it says present now instead of share screen. There's a plot in this country to enslave every man, woman, and child. Before I leave this high and noble office, I intend to expose this plot. President John F. Kennedy, 7 days before his assassination. 7 days. This one needs a little, there we go. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conspired vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Yeah, you're right. That is the kind of shit that Alex Jones is saying these days. And everyone says he's fucking crazy, but JFK's a hero. But Alex Jones is crazy. JFK's a hero. Alex Jones is crazy. Right? They can't both be true. Apparently they are. In most people's minds. Thank you, Papa Cotton. Appreciate that, man. All right, Sister Mary. Yeah. Yeah, and he had made some specific he had said some specific things too, like about oil and about certain other things. But he knew. And back to this. Catholic Church is a conduit to the dark side. JFK was Catholic. People were afraid of having a Catholic president because they thought that he would be answering to the Pope. In actuality, he got to the presidency, saw what was going on, and said, yeah, fuck this, and was going to blow it up. He was going to dismantle it. So yeah, he knew what was up, and he was a Catholic. So it's, I mean, he saw the dark side and said, nope. And Captain America turned into a selfish dick at the end. We can blame that on bad writing, but also, how was he being? I mean, I see where you're coming from, but also, it was one of those things that he. Think about his arc. His whole life, people were telling him, "Hey, dude, like, have a family, settle down, etc." Even the person that he, Tony Stark. He watched Tony Stark go from who he was when he met him to who he was in the end. And even he said, yo, he went from like all the ladies to, dude, you should have a family someday. And so, like, I could see it's still, you could blame that on bad writing. You could blame that on on that they needed to write the actor out of the role. You know what I mean? So they're like, okay, well, his contract is up. We need to write him out. There needs to be a reason that he's gone. So yeah, you need to think about the bigger picture there. With Tony Stark, on the other hand, they had written him out. He was just going to retire. When they realized they needed to do the sacrifice thing at the end and stuff, like, they changed it and they did they refilmed it. They called him to do the, hey, dude, we need to, or they realized that they needed to do the thing, but then it was the line. They needed to refilm the line. Yeah, but that was a thing that they came upon as they were writing it. They realized, oh shit, this is the natural conclusion to that story, to that arc. And yeah, there's just no because it's about character. It's about because it came from Tony. It wasn't someone else sacrificing. It was Tony. And Captain America, from the beginning to the end, was that guy that would jump on the grenade. When he first met Tony, remember in the first Avengers movie, he says, like, you're not that guy that would jump on the grenade to save everyone else. I am. Because he'd done it. He had done it before when he thought it was a real grenade. He just went for it. That's why he's Captain America. But he didn't think Tony was that guy. Kai, I see you, dog. I saw the message. One Man Show says, not killed, but turned over. What? Sacrifices don't have to end in death. Yeah, that's true. You could sacrifice a meal. You could sacrifice your dessert. You know, you sacrifice things. Tony Stark is a self-made man. He built himself in a cave with a box of scraps. That's what's up, Elroy. The spear I threw 2 million years ago has finally hit its mark. Nice. Way to go. You want to tell me more? Cannabis cures cancer. That's true. There has been a lot of studies and incidences where people used cannabis to what's it called? To cure cancer or to rid themselves of it, I should say. I bet you a zillion dollars and a toothpick, a new one. Tommy Chong actually has come out talking about that, about how he used like some kind of treatment. Oh, InDesign is still open. Close this. So I was like, why am I lagging? That's why. There it goes. I wasn't lagging, but I saw a little connection thing up here. I was like, what the hell's going on? I still really love the first Iron Man film. It was amazing. How you doing, Rumble in the Humble? Howdy, Zachariah 315. See you out in the post-apocalypse wasteland. I'll be the screaming naked guy covered in poop wielding a katana sword. Then I'm a fool. Then I'm a fool for Christ. Dexter did not kill indiscriminately. He was very focused. Yes, that's what I said. Iron Man 1 is a great film, totally separate from all the rest. Yeah, I agree. Now, I have a cat named Dexter. The nun is my phone. Oh, the nun is your phone. Oh, okay, got you. I knew it was you, but like I didn't know that's how you set up. Iron Man 1 had the story arc, the journey from down to up. One Man Show is brewing tea. I'm in the big chair now. Bad people should thank God because God is who keeps me from twisting off on some of these losers. Yeah, yo, if it weren't for God and the salvation of my eternal soul, ooh, I would fuck you up. That Speed Racer movie was so lame. What shenanigans? That movie was fucking awesome. That movie kicked ass. It was so good. It was like the perfect. Because it was real life, but it felt like a cartoon. The cartoon was. I grew up on the cartoon, and so that movie was so fucking well done. That was so good, man. Ford versus Ferrari was better than what? Speed Racer? They're different kinds of movies, bro. That's my theory on music. Use music for personal benefit. Don't let the music mold you into a savage zombie. Use music for personal, don't let music mold you into a savage zombie. Wait, what? What'd you say about music? You didn't say nothing about music. Catholic Church of Conduit. What? You didn't say nothing about music, though. If there was no bad people, who would know what good looks like? Yeah, it's true. Every color is brighter next to its complement. That Trixie was a slut. Speed Racer deserved better. Watch church militant YouTube channel. Pissed off Catholics. Catholic Church is different than it appears. Not a path to the dark side. Tell that to the altar boys. Yeah, that is a problem. That is no bueno. And then the way they handled that was terrible. There's a lot of, I'm not saying there's no like darkness there, but in terms like there's people, hold on, for example, a buddy of mine was telling me one day when I went over to his house, he's like, oh, like a couple hours ago, this like cholo looking guy came knocking on my door, and I was like, I don't know if I should open it, but he opened the door. The guy was like, hey Holmes, good afternoon. So like I'm part of a group that we're like reformed gang members, and we found Jesus, and so like we're putting on a play in the park about how bad it is to lie. We're inviting everyone from the neighborhood, and etc. And my buddy was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, like we used to do really bad stuff, so now we're repenting, and like we're, he was like full on vato, but he was tattoos and shit. He's like, we're putting on a play about how lying is bad. So some people need Jesus. Darkness is called light, and light is called darkness on your position. What are you talking about? I'm saying that even though the Catholic Church itself has its dark sides and its secrets and all this other stuff, that it's, as a religion, it can still help people. It can still keep people out of trouble. It can still teach people morals. It can still, reform gang members. Everything. Tools can be good and bad. You know what I mean? Alex Jones says he found a solution to the gay frogs. Barbecue frog legs, tasty like salty, she said. Credit card companies. I think the church has become an instrument of evil. Whoa. JFK really said that? Yeah, he was saying that shit. Why do you think he was taken out, man? He was pissing off a lot of people. He was saying, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Fuck all of you. Done. He was gonna dismantle shit, man. As long as no one says they taste like chicken. Indeed, one man show. They have. I would imagine an amphibian tastes kind of like chicken. Have I had frog legs? I don't think I have. I've had quail. It's like chicken with less meat. Imagine one man show. And indeed, one man show, and you have seen them singing to Lucifer. The Vatican is a snake on the inside. View images. Did you send me something? No. Okay, just checking. YouTube erasing comments. Punk ass motherfuckers. A plot to enslave every man, woman, and child. Oh my god. There is a force of darkness that's deceiving the whole world. It has been for thousands of years. Yep, there is. But you know what? I think we're coming to the end of that battle. The light is going to come out on top, or has already. I think a lot of the things that we're seeing right now, we see society getting shaken up. Imagine the death throes of essentially entities, of things that have existed, ideas that have permeated in society, being challenged and shaken at their core. Imagine if like collectively we're shaking off all the dirt, as a planet, as a species. And if we're shaking off all the dirt's going to fall off, but we got to shake, and it's going to cause some trouble. It's going to cause some turmoil. That's what we're experiencing now, I think. We're seeing the darkness getting shaken off. I retracted those for tidying. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What's up, Rob? Which, of course, you said is the Wake Down. What up, Wake Down? How you doing, doggy? So someone said you recently moved to Vegas, Kai. We should hang out and smoke a blunt one day. Gonna be here for about a month. Bro, a month? That's so much time. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter, dog. Yeah, I live in Vegas. I was in Vegas. Weren't you in Vegas for the meetup? Yeah, I met you. Yeah. Bro, hit me up. Message me on Twitter. Let's chat, brother. I think about what they presented. Turns out Cap was wrong, though. Tony did throw himself on the grenade, figuratively, there at the end. True, but you know what? I think when Cap said that, he was right. When Cap said that, Tony as a character was at a precipice where he that's what happened. That's why he got PTSD and all that from that. When he took the bomb up and he saw what was on the other side and like was coming back, in that moment he was ready. Already in that movie, he made that arc. But like it still wasn't a guaranteed sacrifice, you know? But yeah, like I think that was what's it called? In the moment when he said that, it was iffy whether or not Tony would have done it. You give us this person, we give you the cure for cancer. Deal? Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's a shady deal. Whenever someone gives you something remarkable for seemingly nothing, you need to reevaluate that offer. You need to reevaluate what's going on here because you're probably being played for a fool. Explosion on the bridge. Cannabis cures my loneliness. Speaking of lonely, little Ross X. What up, little Ross X? It's been an hour. I haven't played no clips. I haven't smoked a bowl. I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna smoke a bowl. We're gonna talk about loneliness because loneliness makes you old. True story. What the fuck? How is there so much chat waiting for me? What the fuck? How? Certain studies showing that marijuana can reduce cancer chances by up to 300%. Yep. Same studies showed that weed plus cigarettes together increase chance by up to 75%. Damn. I'm thinking maybe cigarettes has a little something to do with that. Grislane didn't traffic children to herself. Facts, Wook. Didn't McAfee himself. McAfee didn't McAfee himself, bro. Maybe guys see Speed Racer that way. One Man Show says he didn't care for it. That's on him. WTC didn't kill himself. Didn't WTC World Trade Center 7 didn't kill itself. Speed Racer movie was good, but I like the original cartoon better. I kind of want to rewatch the original cartoon. It's been a long time. 93 didn't crash itself. Cookie Delights. Anyone who puts their trust in the movie of Speed Racer is dumb. Call back of anyone who trusts in a book is dumb. What? Anyone who puts their trust in the movie of Speed Racer is dumb. Call back of anyone who trusts in a book is dumb. That doesn't make any sense. Awesome one. Anyone who puts their trust, that's the wrong there, by the way. Their trust in the movie of Speed Racer. What do you mean puts their trust in the movie of Speed Racer? It's not fucking gospel, awesome one. Puts their trust. Like, I'm not watching Speed Racer to figure out if I should make a life decision. You know what I mean? I'm saying that lesson about being true to yourself and not changing just because not being shitty because other people are shitty is a lesson that rings true. And that's it permeates life. Like that's how it should be. Even a shitty movie, if you think it's shitty, which it's not, Speed Racer kicks ass, and you need to figure something out with your taste there, buddy. But even a shitty movie can have good lessons. What up, Ashley Lynn? How you doing? Are you making smart decisions out there yet? Now you done reminded me that the Power Team existed. If you don't know what that is, Kai, type Power Team 1990s onto YouTube. Watch the first thing that comes up and share your screen. Team 1990. Our team. What? No. It is wrestling. Oh, okay. It's not like WWE, right? Because they strike like immediately. All right. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. We do 7 because it felt like it. JFK's speech on the CIA and the deep state is still one of the most epic things a politician has ever said. Bro, people like that's why he's seen as a heroic figure, because people recognize that he actually saw the deep darkness that was happening and wanted to try to change it. Yeah, man. That's I need to watch. I haven't seen that in a long time. He said some very poignant things. They said that 71st he was murdered. Yeah. I don't like to get into the gang fights. I just smoked the Labrador joint. Kanye West will save us. I'm about to become JFK. Nut. This sounds epic. Bro, you didn't know that about JFK? Did you not realize why he was taken out? Like, he threatened the global power structure, the secret global power structure. He threatened it publicly in a speech. He said, I'm coming for you bitches. To their faces, bro. In front of God and everyone. I wonder if there's anyone left in those agencies who are good. Yeah, there are. Of course there are. They need patsies. They need people to be good so that bad people can be bad. There's a Pruder film in 4K slow motion. Obvious what happened. Jackie O popped JFK on the second shot, passed the shell to her bodyguard, and becomes billionaire wife. Was Jackie O? Nah. What I think happened was it looks like the car comes to an almost complete stop. Passenger turns to check on the president. You see something shiny, turns back around. She tries to get the fuck out of the car because she just saw him get popped in the face or in the front. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I saw. I haven't seen it in a while, but that's what I remember seeing. And you can see right because of the angle. It's above his head, the shiny thing, but it's scripture says they back in the day they had these pellets. It's a special bullet. Scripture says there will massive global upset before a 1 leader is revealed and the hand of God is removed and even greater chaos occurs. Scripture says there will be massive global upset before a 1 leader is revealed and the hand of God is removed and even greater chaos occurs. Who's the hand of God? What do you mean the hand of God is removed? When a leader is revealed, isn't it supposed to be like a fake savior, right? That unites everyone as the 1 leader or some shit? Yeah, I was here at the meetup, then came back. I am on Bluebird. What the fuck is Bluebird? I think you're too hopeful. There's nothing wrong with being too hopeful. If one does not have hope, then what do we aspire to? What do the people who do not have hope aspire to? People who don't have hope don't see hope. They don't see a hopeful future. When someone points it out to them, then they see it. Then it becomes a possibility. That's 30 blunts in a month. Too much Mandela messing with JFK shooting films. All that proves is we were and still are being lied to. True, it could be a timeline thing. What does that mean? Hand of God is removed. Yeah, same question. Means things will get worse, Rumble. Gasoline fire. So you reject the exchange. All the people with cancer show up at your door. Yeah, I tell them to go fuck themselves. I'm sorry. And you know what? One of them would be a friend of mine, and she'd understand. Because she'd get it. Like, I'm not gonna fall for a guilt trip. Are you kidding me? I am the last person. I have people, I'll do something and people will try to guilt trip me, and I'll go, oh no. Oh no, no, I didn't think about that. And then I double down. Is he gonna try to guilt trip me again? And they say nope, because they realize that's a bad idea. Don't try to guilt trip me. You're trying to appeal to my feelings? Oh, you think I'm gonna go soft on you because you're trying to make me feel? Nah, that shit won't work. That's not how I roll. Seems to be lots of upset in non-Western countries at the moment. The West just has higher bills to pay. Expect it to get worse. Yeah, sure. That chip was a mistake. What chip? What up, Hoff? Hey, how you doing, Hoffcast? How you doing, brother? Fucking long have you been here? Was that your first message? Yeah, I didn't miss anything. Cool. Rob, I'm starting to believe it all, and I was not religious. There's messages coming. Yeah, man. Bro, I went full atheist, and then I've gone all the way back around to understanding those concepts from a point of view that I'm like, okay, a universal consciousness, yada, yada, yada. Like, I needed to discover that shit for myself because I was asking priests and pastors and shit, and none of them have answers. None of it matter. They were just repeating things they were told. You know what I'm saying? But there is a lot more to the world, man. There's a lot more to the world than we're told. It's not about religion. It's about spirit. It's about your heart. It's about our connection to one another. I need to get to these fucking articles. Hand of God is termed for the holding back of evil, having complete control of the earth. Oh, okay. Glad my Etchbergs keep me from being lonely. You don't have to be religious, Rumble. I'm not, but I know that people at the top of the pyramid believe, and they believe they're playing for the other side. Yeah, they know they're playing for the other side. They're playing for the darkness, and they're about it. As Morrissey once said, life is very long when you're lonely. He was not wrong. Once you understand that, a lot of things start to make sense. Faith in a thing or person or item. I like Speed Racer. It was just commenting on someone who said faith in Bible is a fool. Faith in Bible is a fool. Hey, Offcast. You really think whatever is on top of the pyramid is human? What do you mean? On the dollar sign? Because there's nothing on the top of the pyramid. They're got a flat top. They were Christian weightlifter motivational speakers. Okay, that does make me want to watch the videos now. The power team. Okay, I'm a little more motivated now. Old Testament Bible is not gospel. It is retelling of Sumerian stories. New Testament is different book. Yes, New Testament is different book. The Old Testament is older than we realize. And you know what? I think in the Old Testament we see cataclysm stories. Like it's a record of cataclysms. You read some of the shit that they be saying. Fire fell from the sky, a black cloud, there was no sun for 3 days, yada, 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 all the plants died. So like a volcano? You mean a volcano? Because I'm reading the description and I saw the movie Volcano and they're lining up. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, JFK. Damn right. JFK fired Alan Dulles in around 100 and in around 100 rogue agents. Then they were a well-armed hit squad that did the wet work and Dealey Plaza. Alex Jones did the same thing, and Trump and weed. They're possibly human. There's a number of possibilities that have been suggested, which would make sense, but whatever or whoever they are, they're straight evil. Yep. Weed, so no more you elites. You know what's funny about that? About the elites and all the stuff that we're talking about, how we're like, yo, the elites are fucked up, they're doing shady shit, control structures, etc. What's the name of this prince and his girlfriend that the elites are all mad at? The queen is like, you're fucking fired from being a prince. Get the fuck out. Fuck you. Get out. Married you stupid American. You're the worst son ever. And he's gone, and the family and them, they have friction. That guy. Why do they dislike him so much? Because we see that they've been explicitly using them to take heat off of their own news from leaking. But he's like, I don't want nothing to do with this royal stuff. Maybe he's a decent person and he sees everything and is like, nah, that ain't me. Free Alex Jones and Andrew Tate. What do you mean free Alex Jones? Oh, it's from YouTube? Some bullets are just magic. Deal with it. Some bullets are just magic. Deal with it. One leader is Antichrist. Oh, got you. White butterflies bring hope. Having too much hope is called delusion. They love to rebrand things. Magic was rebranded as science. Demons were rebranded as aliens. The flu was rebranded as COVID. The Watchers were rebranded as giants, etc. The Watchers were rebranded as giants. What is that? What do you mean, the Watchers? Because giants have been a thing. I was watching a thing today talking about the last giant, the last of the Egyptian giants. I guess that's how it was referred to, guys. Was died in what's it called, in like the 1300s, supposedly. They love to rebrand things. They do, though. They do be rebranding shit all the time. They rebrand everything. Magic and science, I think when the spirituality was pulled out of magic, it became science. Do you see the Tim Pool vid of 23 lady who said no more and ended it, and now it's a trend to end it all? You see the Tim Pool video of a 23 lady who said no more and ended it. What are you talking about? I don't know what that means. 23-year-old. A 23-year-old lady who said no more and ended it. Oh, like she anheroed herself? Did she anhero herself? If you know what that means? If anyone out there knows what I mean and what he's talking about, give me a yes or a no in the chat. I did not hear about that. You've seen that CERN is operating a portal then? I'm sure you've seen that CERN is operating a portal then. I know the government is interested in portal technology. I don't know if CERN is operating a portal. But what do you mean seen that they're operating a portal? What have you seen that makes you think that's what they're doing? Dumbledore down, triple Gandalf down. CERN trying to open portals is how we got here, Rumble, back in September 2011 when they figuratively cranked the LHC up to 11 and collapsed our universes into the multiverse. Collapsed our universe into the multiverse. How does that... something about the phrasing of that doesn't feel right to me. If you believe that sort of thing, when you're ready for the message, it comes all at once and keeps coming. Metaphysics. No man comes to the Father, God, but through Christ. I do. And Christ is Christ consciousness. You know, that was so the thing I learned a thing recently about Jesus. They said that Jesus was like, when he came into this life, his life mission was what it was, you know, but essentially it's the physical life, and then his future self, like in its entirety, went into him, and that future self is the amalgamation of all his lives. And so it's the fully awakened, spiritually realized version of his spirit. And so that was in his body for that life that he lived as Jesus. And so that ultimate spiritual awareness is Christ consciousness. So that Christ conscious, he embodied that consciousness. And so that's what, you know, so when it says that through Christ, it's through that, you know, endeavor, that ideal, that pursuit. Yo, Gabba Gabba, what's up, the sweet machine? And the person who was the focus of the exchange never realized the future intended for him. Entire civilizations die, interstellar wars break out. And because one person misses the buns, says One Man Show. All because one person misses the bus. The buns. Because one person misses the bus. He is just under a lot of stress tonight. He's supposed to be on pain meds, but isn't taking them. Yeah, I know. I told him he should if it'll help. He should. My brother was big on third eye on dollar. The Old Testament is a historical. So what's funny about the third eye on the pyramid, like it's like floating above the pyramid, the old Moorish, that's exactly the same as the old Moorish symbol, but the Moorish symbol, the eye wasn't separated from the pyramid, it was connected. So it was a pyramid with an eye on the top, but they were connected because it was supposed to be the spiritual unity. So on our dollar and our symbol, they're separated. Think about the symbolism there. On our money, the spirituality is separated from the base. The Old Testament is a historical document. The New Testament is a good idea. I like that. That's funny. Genesis is pre-Sumerian. Yeah, everything that happened before. Yeah. Adam Green of No More News has got the real scoop on Abrahamic religion. Don't know if I know Adam Green. Harry, Prince Harry. Thank you. Rob, I'm not that far behind, I guess. Oh, yeah. Rob, I like how Kai has collected a bunch of people who is paying attention. Same bat channel. Ah, that is kind of lucky. Same bat time. Same bat channel, same bat time. The watchers were I'm really loving the chat. I appreciate all you guys like engaging on this shit. I've got all the articles pulled up. If we go for like 2 fucking hours just talking about shit, I'll just change the name of the damn stream. The watchers became baseball players. The watchers were essentially fallen angels. Dead. There's a lot of self-deletion trends being pushed these days. Tim Pool is a joke. With no punchline, Wook. US Gov has an USAP called WSAM, Weird Shit and Magic. That's funny. Tim Pool is not a joke. Tim Pool, yo, you know what's funny? I grew up being taught that magic isn't real, and that has been one of the foundations of my reality, but now I realize that it is fucking real. And I've told people, bro, I'm fucking magic, because like I do shit that people are like, how did that happen? Magic is real. You gotta be the magic. Tim Pool is just a distraction. Once awake, he is a small fry. Yeah, Tim Pool is like entry level awareness. If you're like, hey, I think there's fishy stuff going on in the world, and you watch Tim Pool, and he makes you realize, yeah, there things are a little, but he's a fence sitter. CERN is like that movie Event Horizon. You know that thing opens and there's a liquid wall to hell. Deep Beanie Boy is an early stop on the journey. Doesn't quite sound right to me either, Kai. But to the best of my understanding, that's the theory. The Mandela effect is a symptom of our universe collapsing / merging into the closest alternate universes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, that's the thing is it's multiple universes collapsing into one, or multiple timelines collapsing into one. Yeah, that's what I've heard that too. It was just oh shit, I've caught up. Christ is eternal in the form of Jesus. I appreciate Tim Pool's take on the BLM riots and the Rittenhouse story. Yeah, he has good takes, but like the thing that's annoying about him is that he'll talk a lot and he'll make good observations, but then the point he gets to is very half-assed and weak. If you want to do articles, do articles. Jesus was an evolutionary anomaly, a person who uses. Well, the thing is, Catherine, I always keep up to the chat. If I don't catch up to the chat, then I'm not gonna do the articles, because that means that the chat is moving faster, you know. Jesus was an evolutionary anomaly. A person who uses the full potential of their brain could possibly be capable of biblical miracles. I don't think that's how our brain works. I think that is a simplification of how our brain works, because when we're scanning the brain, only certain parts of it light up at a time. It's the parts that you're using. So when you're using different parts of your brain for different operations, different parts of it light up. So we use our full brain. It's just only certain parts of it are engaged for certain operations. Different parts of it are made for different things. There is a guy, for example, on the show that Stanley used to do about superheroes, where this guy can do math really fast in his head, because the part of our brain where we do math and the part of our brain where our body calculates the movement of the body, they're right next to each other. And in this guy's brain, the math part was just a little bit higher than normal. And so he was actually using the part of his brain that does the really extreme calculations, mathematical calculations of moving our bodies and stuff, to do math with like formulas and shit. So as you ask him to do math, he gets faster and faster at it. But that was like two parts of the brain touching that shouldn't be touching. But we do use our full brain, man. Magic Mike. How you doing, Kitty Bear? Good yesterday, Kai. Everyone uses the full potential of their brain. Most of it is dedicated to keeping the body going. But chicks love Tim Pool's wool cap. You ever watch Stargate Wook? Sounds like the Ancients. Where is RKO? RK Outpost? I didn't invite him on. I don't think he stays up this late, man. Magic is real and it's super scary, not at all like it is in most fiction. Yeah, Stargate blew my mind. Kai's mohawk lights up. I don't know that it's an evolutionary anomaly. I think Jesus was just in a rare higher state of consciousness for whatever reason. He greatly understood the power of human perception and willpower. I was watching a thing or read a thing where Jesus was born with the intention to like connect everyone to the big picture, to God with a big G instead of the little gods, because everyone had little gods. He's like, nah, big picture, guys, big picture. That's why holistic medicine works for some and not others. It's not about the medicine. It's about belief and state of mind. Jesus is God. When I have nothing to do, my brain lights up more than when I am looking at pictures or do math. What part of the brain is responsible for water walking and performing resurrections? It's not the brain. That's assuming, see, Papa Cotton, that assumes that the brain is the source of consciousness. It's not. Show me someone doing either of those things and I'll be happy to discuss it. Not RKO, Randy Orton. Oh, okay, Randy Orton. Let's talk about stuff then. We need Yashua because his dad's kind of a dick sometimes. All right, motherfuckers, we made it. I caught up to the chat. We talked about angels and Nephilim and corruption and secret societies. It's time for some motherfucking tennis ball.
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
Damn, Papa Cotton. I'm too high for this shit. Resurrection is possible. Damn, I lost 3 viewers on that shit. Woo! I guess there was 3 people here who had not been here before, lurking. And then I played that tennis ball clip. And now they're gone. All right. This is a follow-up from the article I read, I think Monday, actually. Excuse me. You just won't be the same. No, I think you'll be like one with spirit or source and God or whatever you call it, you know? You'd think it's gonna be worm food by now. Walmart is Satan, the true devil. Chinese caskets are so cute. I was just at Walmart. Oh, the humanity. I'm starting eating raw cookie dough, smoking a vape pen at midnight. Get on my level. All right. So Valve is changing Steam review process after visual novel gets canceled, then uncanceled. Chaos Head Noah will be released after all. Upcoming visual novel Chaos Head Noah has been uncanceled for a Steam release, and Valve is changing its review process for games as a result. The game's release, you guys remember, this is the game that Nintendo was publishing that Valve wouldn't publish. The game's release was pulled last month after Steam insisted upon guideline required changes to the game's content. Now it looks as though Steam has reversed that decision. Valve's content review team, the group that made the original decision, has re-examined Chaos Head Noah and decided to reverse course and allow the game to ship on Steam as is, said Valve in a statement to the developer Spike Chunsoft. We've also examined the process that led to the previous decision about Chaos Head Noah and made some changes to avoid situations like this in the future. So, it's coming to Steam after all. Will launch on Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam today, October 7th, 2022. So yesterday, this game launched. If you're interested, you know where to find it. Bethesda finally confirms it. Deathloop is a Dishonored game. Creative director Dinga Bakaba said during an Xbox podcast that Deathloop is one of the features of the Dishonored world. Almost immediately after the release of Deathloop in 2021, fans began theorizing that it might somehow be connected to Dishonored, Arcane's previous game series. The two games are very different in many ways, but there are quite a few shared elements too, some overt and others quite subtle. Today, Deathloop creative director Dinga Bakaba made it official during an Xbox podcast. Deathloop is one of the features of the Dishonored world. Some of the similarities between Deathloop and Dishonored are impossible to miss, like the supernatural abilities and the architectural style of Updam. But there are less obvious pieces of connective tissue too. This Reddit post has some good examples, yada yada. But let's move along. Stellaris game director isn't thinking about a sequel. There's so much stuff for us to continue working with. So, has a plan for the 4X that goes well into the future, but Stellaris 2 isn't part of it. Saying it, so they're working on another 4X, but they're not expanding on Stellaris 2 like with those plans. Strangely, after more than 6 years of enduring popularity, Stellaris was once a bit of a gamble for Paradox. Even now, the developer remains best known for historical grand strategy, but this weird sci-fi 4X ended up slotting neatly into its dense library of games. Since then, it's been reconfigured, overhauled, gone through multiple game directors, and spawned 16 expansions, species packs, and story packs. No matter what brand of sci-fi is closest to your heart, you'll likely find it here. But yeah, I'm not going to touch on this one very much. Just excited to see, like, usually when a studio has like a success, like a hit, especially one that's unexpected, they go and they play it safe. But they've expanded on this, and they're like, no, we have ideas. We're doing other shit. All right, so this is one of the main articles for the night. Because this affects copyright. Matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, to the slowest possible vibration. Yep. We are one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no death. Life is only a dream, and we are the imagination of ourselves. That's beautiful, Papa Cotton. See, you know what? I think I have a theory that I have all of us here that connect and vibe really well. You know, Papa Cotton, They Call Me Nobody, Hofcast. I don't know what Hofcast believes, but I think all of us very much on the same wavelength. Some of us, Papa Cotton, more explicitly so. But I think that's why we all mesh so well. We all understand this and we all conduct ourselves accordingly. Mario, Chris Pratt voice. Yeah, sorry, I don't know how to do a Chris Pratt voice, but it's not Mario. Or if we, hold on. It's me, Mario, and I am going to snort the poison mushrooms. Woohoo! Oh, did you see the movie? I do not like the actor he chose. He has no ass. It makes me look bad. I have an amazing ass. Sorry, I'm going to do my drug-addicted Mario voice, all right? Steam hosting indie level money grabs. F95 Zone Hentai Games Unity / Ren P visual novels is making the platform fucking unusable. Can't find a damn thing worth playing amidst all that garbage. Well, I mean, at least it has good filtering tools, doesn't it? Because I know those things are out there. I don't ever see them though. And so I'll see them in sales when they have a visual novel sale. But that's it. Shad on Shadiversity is saving the graphic novel industry. What's Shad doing? It's so weird seeing Shad on FNT. I remember when I saw Shad with Mahler on EFAP, I was like, the fuck? Because I've been following Shad for a while. I just didn't see him crossing over like that. You know what I mean? It was out of nowhere for me. What's Shad doing? I know he's got an actual novel. Like a literary novel. I know he's got one of those. Raw cookie dough, I must have now. I've got cookies. These are the last of my cookies. Mind over matter, baby. People don't understand that, but I think they think it's a thing, but you don't grasp it. But it's a thing. You can will. We affect the world on a quantum level with our thoughts. The cookie dough was a solid choice. It did not disappoint. I couldn't even find any old X-Men omnibus at bookstore. They just want us to read the new junk. Matter is, that's lame, dude. Matter is heavy light. I love somebody said we're talking about E equals MC square. I don't remember, or I was looking at something. It said E equals MC square, and then it just said E equals M. Everything else is rubbish. Stellaris is BattleTech game. Yeah, Stellaris without the U. Oh, without the I. Without the U. Stellaris. It's a 4X game, so like a StarCraft. It's like StarCraft, but galactic level. That's Deep Book. Sounds familiar. Bill Hicks. Old 50s, 60s sci-fi on Gutenberg could be set in today's world. On Gutenberg, I've heard of this. I've heard of that. That was a thing. I remember reading about that on Gutenberg. I think it's on my list of to buy items or like books and stuff. Then CBS needs to pay that Egyptian dude for his story concept they stole from his video game. As the dude once said, it's just your opinion, man. Yo, what are you doing, dude? I've actually got you stepping on my toes with that shit.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Meth Mario scares you. Well, kids, almost one here. Yes, it is almost one. Time to smoke some more weed and crash. Have a good night, Rob. Send me a message and let's figure out when we can meet up. Shad pre-sold his new graphic novel, 250,000 in days. Nice. 1/4 here too. That's matter is dense hologram. Have a good night, Rob. Or yeah, have a good night, Wake. And my night on that video, look. Yeah, let's see what's oh, Bill Hicks. Give me playing Bill Hicks, dog. Time out. But yeah, go ahead and watch this little 2-minute clip of Bill Hicks if y'all want to check that out. Gutenberg Bible. Shadowversary's new comic. Shadow of the Conqueror. Oh, a Shadow of the Conqueror comic. Okay. Cool. Kai, can you fight? Yes. How's it going, Kiefer Kiflam? How you doing? Love the Crash Bandicoot avatar, dude. That's badass. Yeah, I'm a martial artist of 12 years now, something like that. Of course, the last couple of years hasn't been really too much in-person training. Ay, ay, ay. But I get down kind of like this.
You win. Perfect.
Just to be clear, I'm the dog in that scenario. And when people
Category is people who annoy you. Niggers! Huh?
Oh, naggers, of course. Naggers. Right.
Can we cut to,
All right, I guess let's talk about. I should be back now. I should be back. I guess let's talk about this. What's it called? The tattoo thing here. Whoops. Yeah, because the cartoon isn't reliant on my microphone. So I was like, okay, while I get this going, I'm gonna play that clip real quick, and then I did my stuff here. All right, so a St. Louis jury just ordered a video game company to pay a tattoo artist whose designs it copied, setting a major legal precedent. Yeah. I hope this gets overturned. I hope they push it. I hope they go, fuck that, and they take this to the Supreme Court, because this is fucking retarded. Like, if now that your tattoo on somebody's body becomes a representation of that person. If this person is represented in the world, like, you're double dipping, getting paid again and again. Now that person can't live their life. What if they go to be on a show and then they're on that show, they take their shirt off. You're like, hey, my tattoo's on that show now. And then you go to the show like, hey, bitch. So they're just going to have to censor people's tattoos? It's fucking stupid. The case opens up a Pandora's box of legal questions for the tattoo community. Yeah, it's dumb as hell, and it shouldn't be happening. So as Randy Orton, I'm pretty sure these are the tattoos that they're talking about. World Heavyweight Champion Randy Orton poses for photographs during this Super Showdown in Jeddah. What the fuck is that? In a landmark intellectual property case with wide-ranging creative ramifications, World Wrestling Entertainment Inc. and Take-Two Interactive Software have been ordered to pay former tattoo artist Catherine Alexander $3,750 in damages by an Illinois district court. Alexander inked 6 tattoos on wrestler Randy Orton, whose image was then realistically rendered as a video game avatar, which a jury found infringing on her copyright. She doesn't have a fucking copyright on it. In her lawsuit, and he paid for... Look, if Randy Orton paid her for it, it was work for hire. It is not an infringement on her copyright. As soon as she made it, and she didn't go, you're paying me for permission to use this. No. This was a custom job for him. It's her original work and shit. But no, you got paid for this to be on his body. He gets to go around living his life however he wants. So, in her lawsuit initially filed with the East St. Louis District Court in 2018, Alexander said the tattoos were original designs to which she held exclusive rights. Not as soon as she put them on his body, and she had never granted WWE or associated gaming companies permission to recreate the tattoos. She had never granted WWE or associated gaming companies permission to recreate the tattoos in any official capacity. The ruling sets a fascinating precedent. Public display of tattoos is now open to civil liability, throwing the legal wrench in a culture that is becoming increasingly integrated with digital media. Yeah, so what about the other tattoo artists that worked on his tattoos? What about them? Do they have to now get paid too? So now how much? So what now? Now you have 20 tattoos by 15 different people. Now they all need to get paid because you're on a show or featured in a video game or something like that. Like, that's part of how you look. If they're going to render you, you need to look the way you look. And that's part of it is your tattoos. They're a part of your body. She does not have copyright. She does not need to give anyone permission. If she did, he couldn't be on TV every night. Or I guess it's not every night. But he couldn't be on TV wrestling because they're showing her tattoos to the world. They're making money off of these events. So the issue of fair use in the tattoo industry realm has long proven to be a murky one, but is gaining momentum in the courts in recent years. In June, photographer Jeffrey B. Sedlick sued celebrity tattoo artist Kat Von D over claims of unauthorized derivation after she used his 1989 portrait of Miles Davis as a reference for a photorealistic tattoo. The case is still ongoing. In 2017, tattoo artist James Hayden filed a lawsuit against developer 2K Games for depicting designs he inked on NBA players LeBron James, Tristan Thompson, and Danny Green in their popular video game series without Hayden's permission. And this September, a federal judge in Ohio ruled that Hayden's tattoo designs were, in fact, copyrighted. It will be up to a jury to decide whether or not their virtual recreation was protected under fair use. As in Hayden's case, Catherine Alexander has submitted applications with the U.S. Copyright Office several years in advance of her lawsuit. She stated that her tattoos are easily recognized by Randy Orton's fans and members of the public, further noting that the WWE had offered her a fee of $450 for the designs, which she declined. Okay. So, let me get this straight. Because she filed copyrights with the U.S. Copyright Office, the WWE offered her a fee of $450, which she declined. But now she's going after the game company. What an opportunist piece of shit. That's all this is. She is just an opportunist piece of crap. She has been offered to be paid for the designs because of the way they are, they're used on the show all the freaking time. Alexander's lawsuit said that she did not grant any permission to WWE to copy, duplicate, or otherwise reproduce any of her designs. The judge overseeing the case, Stacey Yandel, denied a motion for summary judgment brought by WWE and Take-Two in September of 2020, and so the suit headed to trial last month. In their argument to the jury, WWE and Take-Two's defense relied primarily on proving fair use for their video games, an especially sticky topic since they were unable to argue that the digital reproductions were a relatively trivial example of copying. In legal terms, such a de minimis argument was a central feature in a similar lawsuit leveled against Take-Two by Solid Oak Sketches, a tattoo licensing company involving tattoos used in the same video game series. In March 2020, a district judge in Manhattan ruled in the video game company's favor, finding that Take-Two's use of the tattoos was integral to the game as a whole. In Alexander's case, however, Judge Yandel expressed doubt as to whether the de minimis defense was permissible, initially calling the issue an open question and eventually deeming its inclusion not viable. While the court declined to award Alexander any profits from the games, this case, though not a huge monetary win, opens up a Pandora's box of legal questions for the tattoo community moving forward, and the ruling reaches a point beyond the immediate world of video games. How will tattoos be treated in print, on video, and in the digital space? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that it's a stupid idea. It is a stupid judgment. And this former tattoo artist is just an opportunistic ass that's maybe short on money, maybe needs a payday. And they were like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this. I have a copyright. They didn't have permission to do that. You have a copyright on a tattoo on a freaking celebrity, stupid. What do you think is gonna happen when their likeness is used? Your tattoo is now a part of their likeness. People can't go get that tattoo on themselves. That would be an infringement of your copyright. If other people were going and getting, I want the Randy Orton's tattoo on my arm. I want the same tattoo here and here, but exactly the same. Tattoo artist says, I can't do that. That's copywritten. You have to go to that artist for that tattoo, etc. Oh man, what? Yeah, that's how it works, bro. Get out of my. Do you want something else? You know what I mean? But if it is the likeness of a person, they're gonna have their tattoos. Let me see. Dog wins. Perfect. Lost audio. Oh, my chat wasn't moving. I didn't even realize. I was wondering if you were a dog or the cat. Mute. Where am I? Cartoons sound good. This has been fun. I enjoyed it, but it's almost 4 a.m. See you Monday. All right, Manaria. Hope you have a good night, buddy. 5 by 5. All right. Fair use. Greedy bastards. right? No, it is fair use though. Lawyers got to eat. It sounds like an NFT scam. All about the money. Hey, Dinks. Hey, Sci-Fi Nation. How you doing? Kind of need some woo. Smart artists use a better medium than Sapiens Stupidicus. Autoclaves for the win. Autoclaves. Another case of lawsuit abuse. Yep, I'm going to get Kai eating a cookie tattoo. Yeah, dude, it is so stupid. I can't even believe this shit. Like what a stupid judge. How the hell is that they're not making money off of the tattoo? They're making money off of Randy Orton. This motherfucker right here, I can't. My hand disappears when I put it through the thing. But look, this is the motherfucker making the money, not your tattoos. You greedy opportunist. Pathetic. What's wrong with people? Learn how fucking copyrights work. Or how about just a little common sense? Just a little practical common sense. Maybe that would help this stupid former tattoo artist. Ridiculous. So that's the end of this one. On to the next article. Ugliest airplane ever built predicted the future. Okay, is this the one I have? Ancient World, beer, and more. Okay, so I guess after this one comes Ancient World and beer. I didn't actually read this one, but look at this shit. Look how stupid it looks. But it's like a giant engine. It's a giant engine with wings. Bro, these guys are like Johnny Knoxville. They're like Johnny Knoxville, the engineer. Like, what if Johnny Knoxville went to engineering school and learned to build airplanes, and he built this motherfucker, and then they're filming, but there's no audio yet. So he gets in his little plane and says, "Hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and I'm about to fly this epic plane." And then he's off. Oh my god. Planet Q's queen. Well, technically WWE does own Randy. LOL. True. Kai is speaking as a WWE fan. That's a good point. Just like the Big Show. Once he retired, he can't go by Big Show anymore. That's the WWE's thing. He's now his real name or whatever. I don't remember his real name because he's the Big Show. But the Big Show is it. So Randy Orton, same thing. They own Randy. And that they own his likeness. That means that tattoo needs to be reproduced to match his likeness. Not as bad as NYDA suing No 45. Number 45 law is getting real stupid these days. Yeah, fucking retarded. The DA is a fucking idiot. No, that bitch is a cunt. Like, that is a cunt of a human being. It looks like a giant beer can. Yeah, right? Tats are each and every one its own design. You would have to patent / copyright every single tat, but the design would belong to the person doing the ink art. Yeah. Yeah, but once you put that on somebody, if that person is a public figure, even if they're not, if they become a public figure, that your tattoo is now out in the world. Like it's gonna be, if they're gonna be on a show, if they're gonna be on a movie, if they're gonna be in a game, if they're gonna be wherever, that's now a part of their identity, their physical appearance. It's like a doctor owning a copyright to somebody's nose. They recreated her nose in 3D. That's my nose. I made that. It's on her face, asshole. You can't know. You can't double dip. You know what I mean? I got a cool looking kanji tattoo in Okinawa. Turns out it translates to "this guy sucks dicks." I really hope you're joking, Laszlo. Made one of those as a model 50 years ago. It flew, sort of. Paul White, thank you. Yeah, the big show, Paul White. A tattoo of Randy on Randy with a tattoo. Oswald, don't give Randy any ideas. I've asked tattoo artists, do you do other media, digital or canvas? Most say no. Then the contract is the receipt of the tattoo. That's it. Contract is done. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting paid for the tattoo. It's not like, yeah, no, fuck off. You got paid for it, for work. I smell cookies. Space crime tattoo. Dude, that'd be nuts if someone got one of those. I'm gonna start. So I'm redoing my merch and my my stuff. I'm gonna get more into that in the future. So my personal merch store on my website is gonna be like space crime stuff. It's gonna be all. So pretty soon I'll have some space crime stuff. Pretty soon. I should elaborate on that. On my timeline. Shit, actually, maybe I can do that next month. I don't know. But within a year, I'm gonna have book merch just because I've had a couple people ask for stuff. Watch out when those tattoos start moving. It's free publicity. Why are they always crybabies? I know, right? That's why I was saying this fucking idiot needs money. That's all it is. They need money. Former tattoo artist. They're a shitbag. Clearly, we can see by their actions. One Man Show is telling me to plug Kai's book, so go online and buy a copy. Space Crime Domino. I read it and I thought it was good. I do have a bias since One Man B writes too. So One Man Show writes too, but I still thought it was good. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. I believe that Randy spends over $1,000, but could be wrong. You buy it, you own it. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's not like he was, and it wasn't he didn't buy like a contract that says these are the conditions of you wearing this tattoo. No, he bought a fucking tattoo that then was put on his body. So yeah, stupid. So the airplane that many called the Flying Barrel is also widely considered the ugliest plane ever built. However, Dark Skies, in the video you can see below, argues that the Stipa Caproni was the direct predecessor of the turbofan engine. Either way, it is an interesting and unique part of aviation history. The plane was built in the days when inventors were experimenting with many different ways to improve aircraft utility and performance. In this case, the inventor built an intubated propeller, which used a prop to draw air through a venturi tube in an effort to improve engine efficiency. The 570 kilogram vehicle had a wingspan of just over 14 meters and was a bit more than 6 meters long. It could reach about 72 knots and climb to over 3 kilometers. Caproni was known for making odd planes, including one with 9 wings. Couldn't help but think that the Stipa Caproni looks like something you'd see in a cartoon, perhaps flown by an animal character. It had both positive and negative features. The plane was quiet and stable, really. It was difficult to take off and land and suffered from drag problems. While there was great interest in the design, but no more planes using the principles in the aircraft were built. However, the Court nozzle is a very similar idea, used in some maritime applications. Stipa also believed that turbofan jet engines were stolen from his invention, a position that isn't totally far-fetched. We'd love to see an RC version of the plane with modern flight controls. Look at this shit! Dude, it looks dope. I love it. Pause, you piece of shit. Sorry. All right, let me make sure the next two articles are the correct ones. Yeah. Yeah, we good. I am distracted by the cookies. Someone is trying to make me happier. It's on his body. The guy knows my weakness. Let's talk the beer that can flies. All right, let's talk beer next. Imagine that flying over Germany during World War II. Scientists just figured out a way to make beer taste even better. Today's tall cylindrical fermentation tanks that have replaced the shorter vats of breweries in the past have tended to negatively impact the taste of the resulting beer. But now scientists have stepped in to improve the taste of our booze. These tall tanks can produce more beer for less money. They're easier to fill, empty and clean, but their widespread adoption also means excess pressure from the carbon dioxide produced during fermentation, and that affects flavor. So these tall tanks can produce more beer for less money. They're easier to fill, empty, and clean. The widespread adoption also means excess pressure from the carbon dioxide produced during fermentation. Researchers began identifying strains of this yeast that were particularly CO2 resistant, focusing on the production of isoamyl acetate that gives beer its fruity banana-like flavor. After finding a particularly robust strain, the team then used a whole genome sequence analysis to figure out what made it so adept at being able to keep its fruity flavor even under the pressures of modern fermentation tanks. To our surprise, we identified a single mutation in the MDS3 gene, which codes for a regulator apparently involved in production of isoamyl acetate. So this banana-like flavor was okay. This discovery, the researchers were then able to use CRISPR editing technique to engineer the same mutation in other yeast strains. After editing, these strains could better withstand CO2 pressure and better retain the flavor. Further down the line, many yeast strains could be modified the same way. That makes me a little nervous, leading to beers with a fuller flavor when they're poured. Doesn't appear that other strains of yeast are affected by the genetic edits, the mutation. So far, it doesn't appear that other traits of the yeast strain are affected by the genetic mutation. Not that we can tell, not yet. The mutation is the first insight into understanding the mechanism by which high carbon dioxide pressure may compromise beer flavor production. Before now, it hasn't been clear exactly how high CO2 pressure has been having an impact on beer flavor at the molecular level. So in the future, they want to run experiments even higher CO2 pressures. So this work shows strong potential of polygenic analysis and targeted genetic modification. So we're trying to genetically modify our beer. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Beer. Imagine flying over World War II. Bye, Kai. I gotta get some sleep. All right, Planet Q's Queen. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Good seeing you. Good luck naming that Chihuahua. Chihuahua from another mama. It doesn't sound quite as good as I thought, as it does in my head, Chihuahua from another mama. It works. It works all right. I don't know what. Considering how beer currently tastes, that would not be hard to do. I think that was in a popular mechanics mag as a model plan 1960s school library. Fruity banana beer? I've had banana beer. Banana-like flavor? What are they drinking? I know, right? That's not what I taste. All right. GMO beer. Wow. Banana bread without bananas? Those fiends had better stay away from wine. All right, let's talk some ancient stuff, y'all. Ancient shit. There we go. Look at that. So, let's see. Had 2 pints for lunch today. Nice. That's a good lunch. All right, let's see what they uncovered here. Archaeologists in Pompeii broke into a forbidden room and then froze at the sight within. October 3rd is recent. Need to pour myself a little more water. So it's almost impossible to walk through the ruins of Pompeii without being struck by a certain melancholy. Here's a city stuck in the past, fixed in place by a layer of hardened ash that swept over it following the powerful volcanic eruption of Mount Vesuvius. The somber nature of the place is inescapable then, and a new discovery has made it even more poignant. Archaeologists have discovered a room in the ruins, one that tells a dark and touching story. Fuck. Oh. Is that it? Fuck off. Oh. Okay, well, fuck this article. I didn't even realize that was fucking lame. That was super lame. I'm not gonna watch some other video while we're over here trying to hang out and shit. Nothing is safe. They just GMO'd some kids to cure a gene fault. Now some of those kids can move and talk. Put that on my gravestone. Here lies Laszlo Panaflex. He died attempting to fly a giant beer can. They found Galadriel. Found Galadriel alive in a room in Pompeii. Plus brisket. New insights revealed during underwater excavation of Maya salt mines. These motherfuckers be digging up. Archaeologists conducting underwater excavations of Ta'abnukna, the largest of 110 submerged Mayan sites in Pinus Creek, Belize, have revealed that the salt workers worked from home. It's located in a coastal lagoon where researchers have identified over 100 other submerged Mayan sites, including several other salt works spread along the shore. By conducting a systematic survey, the team found a submerged residential structure where the workers lived, providing new insights into how this important industry was organized for the production of salt at the height of the classic Maya period. Underwater archaeologists marked the location of key finds on the lagoon floor, leaving the water bristled with a forest of over 600 flags marking their location. This included many features that are rarely preserved outside of a submerged setting. Wow, that's a fuck ton. Look at all those little flags, all next to each other, too. Well, the survey identified hundreds of wooden posts that defines the walls of classic Maya pole and thatch wooden buildings, giving researchers a rare view of the architecture that once dominated most ancient Mayan communities. The locations of these digitally plotted and key elements excavated, revealing the footprint of several buildings, which radiocarbon dating suggests several blah, 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 blah. Excavation of the residential structure shows that the household activities included fishing, preparing food, and cooking, woodworking, and spinning cotton. This suggests that the people working at the salt mines also lived on site, with the community first producing salt for themselves before trading the surplus with other settlements. So they're like, yo, we got salt, let's get our own salt, and so essentially salt became money. You go out, you get some salt, you go, cool, all right, we're gonna go trade with some other people now. Surplus was transported inland to marketplaces where it was exchanged for other commodities, including pottery and stone tools found at the salt workers' residence. This would have been a large surplus, with estimates indicating that Nukna may have produced over a ton of salt a week. Nukna and other contemporary salt works at Pinus Creek could have provided enough salt for 24,000 people. Crucially, the fact that workers lived at the site and worked in indoor kitchens meant that salt could be produced year-round. This arrangement would have helped meet the demand of inland Maya cities which were growing their biggest extent during this period. Production stopped after 800 AD, and the large site of Ekwainal in another part of the lagoon became the biggest salt kitchen in Paynes Creek. So, damn, I guess this shit's all underwater now, but these motherfuckers just live there and they just get their own salt. That's not, it's so the way that's, imagine a society like that. It's not structured around like working. You don't have to go to work. It's just a part of, it's like essentially the money that you're going and getting your own resources, and then those resources you're then trading with someone else who doesn't have that. It's not work the same way that we work nowadays. It's sounds pretty nice. Sounds like it was a pretty chill place. Pretty chill times. I'm not linking that one. Fuck that article. Article let me down. Oh, there it is. The Sad and Lonely article. Being sad and lonely accelerates aging more than smoking. So, deep longevity has bridged the gap between the concepts of biological and physiological aging. According to the new aging clock, vulnerable mental health has a stronger effect on the pace of aging compared to a number of health conditions and smoking. As we age, molecular damage accumulates and contributes to the development of aging-related frailty and serious disease. These molecular processes are more intense in some people than others, resulting in a condition commonly referred to as accelerated aging. Fortunately, it is possible to detect the increased pace of aging before its disastrous consequences manifest by using digital models of aging. These models can also be used to derive anti-aging therapies at individual and population levels. According to the latest article published in the journal Aging US, any anti-aging therapy needs to focus on one's mental health as much as one's physical health. An international collaboration led by Deep Longevity with US and Chinese scientists has measured the effects of being lonely, feeling unhappy, or having restless sleep on the pace of aging and discovered it to be substantial. A new aging clock trained and verified with blood and biometric data of 11,914 Chinese adults is featured in the scientific paper. I'm sure they all participated voluntarily. This is the first aging clock to be trained exclusively on a Chinese cohort of such volume. So, so they studied aging in a population that doesn't really age. That's good, great. Thanks for the feedback, dicks. I think it's safe. Let me see. Put that on my gravestone. They found Galadriel. Macadamia nut shortbread cookies. I wish I could do something that simple that would make him as happy as I am right now. Okay, simple for him. Don't be throwing no shade on my salt. I think I'd better stick to pre-made cookie dough. He makes it look so easy, though. It makes me mad at myself when I get it wrong. Well, see, you can't be mad at yourself about things either. If you don't practice something, you can't be mad at yourself when you're not good at it. Therefore, the authors of the paper conclude that the physiological aspect of aging should not be overlooked either in research or in practical anti-aging applications. So yeah. Being sad and lonely accelerates aging. Yup. I mean, I've got some other stuff here, but we don't need to go through them. We'll just go real quick. We'll hit the headlines. Alphabet leaves a huge market. Google's parent company just pulled its latest product from China. Musk has original idea against Alphabet, Facebook, Amazon, and Apple. Billionaire CEO wants to create a super app. What? 1,200-year-old shipwreck is rewriting the history books. Oh, this one kind of should be over here by the history stuff. Ship survived a brutal war, Byzantine Empire, etc., etc. Byzantines terrorized their enemies using Greek fire. They terrorize their enemies. Look at that. They're trying to make them sound bad. They terrorize their enemies. Combined with the cold winter partnerships to defeat them yet. So yeah. So this is a Byzantine ship. That's crazy. Full of various artifacts and goods. It's unique first because of its size and its dating. There were no international commerce in the Mediterranean. The history books, they usually tell us that commerce almost stopped. There was no international commerce in the Mediterranean. We had mainly smaller vessels sailing along the coast doing sabotage. Now, the wreck itself is an impressive 82-foot long, laden with cargo across the Mediterranean. Look at that.
Almost stopped.
That's nuts. Just rebury it. Yeah, man. That's that. That's everything. That's a snowball. I'm gonna be nice. Shake my head. Blink, blink, blink. Thanks for the reminder. I'm not stupid. I should be able to bake cookies. One man show is telling me to calm down, eat a cookie, and have some milk. I know I am only adding to his stress, and I feel bad about that too. Then stop. So no guest? No, I guess not. If the guest was here, it would have been during the Randy Orton bit. Because they're wrestling fans. So that's why I invited them on. But it was last minute. It was like today. I saw the news. I was like, I'm going to talk about this tonight. So I texted him to see what's what. Cookie baking should not cause stress. Wrong approach if it does. Kai, glad I made it tonight. Hey, Sundance Kid. How you doing? Cookies now. Yeah, I got the last of my cookies here. This is the last one. This is it. It's not even a whole cookie. It's a half because I already ate the other half. During a moment that went kind of like this.
Cookies? Yes, me accept. Me click yes, cookies. Where cookies? Cookies. No cookies. What is real? Me trust nothing.
Let me see. It's not cookie baking. It is failure at cookie baking. Like I said, well, that's a personal development thing. We can't let failure get us down. You know, you can't get mad because you failed at something. Little kids do that. Little kids get mad when they fail at stuff. You gotta tell them, hey, buddy, it's okay. You'll get better. Just gotta practice. Keep trying. Eventually they're good. So just don't forget that. We gotta maintain perspective with ourselves. Even if something seems easy. If it's something we don't do, it won't necessarily be easy. Can't get down on yourself about it. If you eat them without throwing up, then it is a success. These cookies are wonderful. They are crisp but not dry. I truly rather crumbly. I can't even come close. Oh, yeah, he makes them from scratch. Like, it's different. There are techniques that you got to learn to be able to make cookies like that. So, charcoal needs water or milk to wash down. One man show says he has been baking cookies for close to 50 years. Yeah, see, there are techniques, there are things that you learn about baking. It took me a few months to figure out my cupcake recipe. It took me to figure out cupcakes. You know, I learned by doing for months, and I would do it on a regular basis. And they were, I would just take them to my friend's house so they could eat them instead of me because it was I couldn't eat all those cupcakes. I got to taste it, and then I'd move along. I'm like, all right, cool, that one's all right. Like for the next batch, I'll try this. For the next batch, I try that. And I tried mixing up the ingredients, tried different techniques. You know, eventually I figured it out. But then once I had it figured out,
door right, door right, door right, door right, up. Preacher up. Preach. Fuck!
Good. First try.
Woo! Become one with the oven. He gave his practice goods to local bake sales. There you go. Yeah, because you can't, like, you can only bake entire batches at a time, you know? You can't eat that. When you're practicing your baking, you got to give your shit away. It's not like food. When you're practicing cooking, you can make one serving of something. You can't make one fucking cupcake. It's always 24 cupcakes or 12 cupcakes or whatever. It's always a fuck ton. It's bullshit. I'd keep a few for myself and I'd take the rest to my friends and be like, here you go, guys. They're like, yeah. And then I ended up making them vegan because my vegan friends were like, can you please, like, make some that we could eat because these smell so good. And you bring them every week, man. Like, I'll look into it. It says the smallest batch was a half dozen. Yeah, see, like, you can't really. And you got to figure out how to make that happen. And you know how that makes people feel because you got to. Okay, so it's like a cup, and it's a quarter cup, so I got to do the thing, and then you're like,
my son, and we are doing the emoji challenge. Today I'm doing whipped cream.
oh my god! All right, dude, tonight was a good night. I liked all the chat in the beginning. I'm surprised it went that way for that long. Like, holy shit. We can make. I mean, how often would you all like to talk about that stuff? Like, essentially, you know, corruption, the esoteric, the occult, the ancient cultures and religions and all. How much would you guys like to talk about that stuff? Because I could talk about that shit more. I'm learning more all the time, and we all feel the same about, you know, the fabric of reality, vibration, etc. So yeah, what is that something? Because earlier we were flowing pretty good, and I'm wondering if that's the kind of thing that I should be talking about. If that's the thing that you guys want to talk about. There seems to be like a need for it. I started off, you know, like, I want to talk about a lot of stuff. I want to talk about pretty much anything. Whatever I feel like talking about, I want to talk about. Like this copyright thing. To me, that's important. To me, it affects my life as an artist. It affects the lives of people I know, etc. But yeah, there's other stuff, you know. And earlier we were talking about like Jesus and Christ consciousness and spirituality and angels and Sasquatch and all this stuff. And like, so like, is that just something you guys would like to talk about on the regular? Could we just do y'all just want to dive into that deep stuff? Because I could try that. I could just do late night delight, no title, no topics, no articles. Like, I could have articles related to that kind of thing, but otherwise, or current events, I guess. But we could do current events as it ties into this stuff too. What do you guys think? This kid would be in the doghouse for a week. Merry Christmas this harvest season. A fuck ton. A fuck ton what? Is that a yes? I think those topics are interesting more so than tattoos. You need to have something to do while World War III is happening. It would have been fun to talk about the tattoos thing with my guest. That would have been a good time. Need to have something to do while World War III is happening. Whisper ASMR is for weirdos. Listening to the spit in someone's mouth while they talk should be a hobby you should be ashamed about. Shame is good. Shame is good. One man show says you should do what interests you. Yeah, it sounds like what he would say. But I have a lot of interests. I want to know what you guys want. Because essentially, you guys are spending your time in different places looking for something. And if I'm filling that void and I like talking about that shit, we can talk about that here. If that is a void that needs to be filled, we can talk about it. I know Pete talks about stuff, he talks about the strange and explain the, all that stuff. I know there are other channels where you can get that kind of thing. But I just wanted to know how you guys felt about that being like a regular topic here, not like a Fridays thing or not like a once in a while when I have a guest or something to talk about thing. We could just talk about it. Then I don't have to do all the prep because when I tried talking about it before, I had to go and look shit up. And so instead, I was like, okay, well, I got to prep for those. So if you guys just want to talk about casually like we were earlier, I mean, fuck, we could just do that. I'd be down, man. I'd be down. I think most of us are up on current events. I need some cookies, Kai, when we talk about stuff. I want you with me forever. Mwahaha. 1+1. Keep it up with this kind of talk. I love it. All right. Make sure I have coffee and cookies before the show. Oh, I make sure I have coffee and cookies before the show. Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome. That's dope. That's what he says. Is it you two should spoil yourselves and get a second online device save up or something? I want you to know you're loved. Fuck, your grammar is terrible there. Free flowing chat plus side journey seems fine so far. I want steak. Oh man, steak sounds fucking delicious right now. Become one with the oven. You might not want to say that around the juice. Oh my god, Laszlo. What? Hold on. I got a clip for this one, Laszlo.
I'm removing you from your position.
Hey, just another red shirt. Good to see ya. Welcome to El Show. Insomnia sucks. Dude. Yeah, you should have been here. See, you should just come here knowing you're going to have insomnia. I've been going for 2.5 hours. Maybe if you'd just had this going in the background, you'd have forgot all about the things and you just dozed off to my sweet, sultry voice. There are actually people that have told me they leave me on when they're going to sleep. I don't know. It feels nice. It was comforting. I'm glad I'm a comforting presence. You know what I mean? It feels nice. I take it as a compliment. The Germans were horrible about passing. I actually enjoyed FNT tonight, red shirt. Yeah, it was fun when I was tuning in. I tuned in for a part of it, and then I lowered the volume to work on something else. And yeah, if things are too distracting, I can't work at the same time. I have to like crank it down. And then I tune in selectively. But it was one of the funniest ones in a while. Oh man, really? Fuck, I missed a good one. I mean, because I essentially missed it. You know, I was here and there for parts of it. I saw actually some of the thing with Krista in the man's voice was fucking funny, dude. What the hell? You do have a nice voice. The One Man Show has a very soothing voice when it is called for. Oh, why? Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. I was just saying that. Found new channel Politics in Focus. Feels like white hat military. I've seen Politics in Focus. Am I subscribed to them? Oh, no, I'm not. 15,000. I've seen their videos pop up, though. Military to Politics in Focus. You're telling me they're a good channel, then that's cool. That's good. It was nice. I recognize their name from, you know, thumbnails when they be popping up and shit. It was nice to not complain and just enjoy stuff. So yeah, right. I don't like the complaining, man. I can't. I can't no more. Like I just go, man, fuck this show, and I'm out. Sorry, I can't help it when it comes to the Holocaust jokes. Okay, I watched the discussion of the ROP, especially the latter part. It was Holocaust the hologram. Insomnia was awesome. It's the only way to find out you have ninjas living in the trees on your street. I was like, hey, let's all get inked. I actually have that's the only reason I have my tattoo is because it's the guild tattoo. It's like this is my guild's logo. And so we one year we all got it to, or last year we all got it together. It was cool. One Man Show says my bad side is showing. All right, y'all. I think I know what you guys are gonna say, but I think it's time for me to start winding it down.
What the fuck? Are you fucking serious? What? You fucking cockfucker? What the fuck do you think you're doing? I'm sneezing. Fucking filthy, dirty, fucking cockfucker.
Okay, shit. Calm down, guys. That was an extreme reaction, okay? You don't need to bite my head off. I'll stay a little longer. I'll stay a little longer if you're going to curse at me like that. Cookie time. He's full of shit, Catherine. I like you much better. The holograms are real in my mind. Cayenne Guild? Yeah, I'm in a guild. I'm a gamer. Play games? What are you talking about, Cayenne Guild? Of course I'm in a guild. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Always censored. How are you gonna believe I'm not in the guild? I play games like this guy here.
And what a game here as Johnson kicks towards the goal, and oh my god, Singh makes a fantastic save. But I believe he hit his nuts on the goalpost. He is down. Let us have a closer look at instant replay. Not only just self-sacrifice on this play, but sacrificing future generations as well. Obviously going all out for his team, saving the ball right here, but also losing two on the play, putting his balls on the line. Let us have a moment of silence for this man's fallen brothers. As you see right here, he got to the ball and so did...
I'm gonna play the one we started with. I'm gonna let that one play out. I'm gonna let that one play all the way through. So for anyone that missed the beginning of the show, I opened with this clip.
Whatever, bring it on, bitches. You'll never, ever make me go away. And the only way you would be able to make me go away would probably be at gunpoint on my property, but then 2 or 3 of you would pass on to the next place with me for certain before that went down. There you go. But anyway, that's how scared I am of your asses, and I know you're watching, and you're a bunch of coward-ass, slimy pieces of shit, and the good people are going to win, and they're probably going to string you up by your little pencil necks. There you go. Now, what else? Get back to you guys.
I like how I like that end part. He says, "All right, let's get back to you guys." Let me see. That's why I said it's like perfect for like a clip because it's just a random little thing, and he says, "All right, let's get back to you guys," and then we're back in the show. I'm not sure how it would feel if you had said you liked him better, Papa Cotton. What the fuck you think you're doing, cockfucker?
How do I reach these kids?
All right, y'all. It's time to say buenas noches. Buenas noches. Did I say it right? Oh, these mushrooms are having some side effects. I thought I was Old Man Kai. I wasn't ready for Mario. All right, there we go. Buenas noches. I actually had a Mexican girlfriend one time, so that's why my Spanish sounds so good. Buenas noches. And bendiciones del Dios tu madre and tu familia. Yeah, there we go. Is that Mario with the bumps? That's the drug-addicted Mario. That guy's got issues. You gotta watch out for him. He's a little guy with sticky fingers. You know, he's got a problem. And the princess doesn't pay him for rescuing her. She just enables his addiction. She's an enabler. You think she tries to play herself off as the good guy, but she's the reason Mario's so messed up. How do you think a little Italian guy takes on a dragon? He's got that retard strength from the drugs. PSA, don't let the voices in your head take over. Don't that's purely subjective. No cheese on the cookie. The hell's wrong with you? Always censored. Stay frosty, y'all. Yeah, stay frosty. Frost all the. I mean, unless you've got like the small blood vessels and you're gonna get cold, then I guess you could throw on a blanket. But otherwise, stay frosty. Fun show. Thank you, Laszlo. Thanks for taking the time to stream, Kai. It's a pleasure. I can't believe we're already getting to the end of the year. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when the year started. Maybe I'll make it to 500 by the end of the year. I guess I really haven't done any major pushes to try to grow my subscribers. Gone, hey, everybody, let's try to get me to whatever. I haven't done that. So that one's kind of on me. But this has been a lot of fun. Cheese goes on crackers. You're a freaking weirdo. Don't get soggy in milk. All right, everybody. I'm going to let you all go now. No one wants to listen to an old man rant. Good night. Sweet dreams. Have a beautiful weekend. And don't forget to believe in yourself.
That's spooky.
Oh, do you believe in ghosts, Ted?
I do. But more importantly, I think they need to believe in themselves. You know?
Okay.
All right. Good night, everybody. I'll see you Monday.
Second star to the right. And straight on till morning.
Set a course. For home.
I'm reading an ion storm on that trajectory, sir. Should I go around it?
We can't be afraid of the wind, Ensign. Take us to Warp 4.
It is the unknown that defines our existence. We are constantly searching, not just for answers to our questions, but for new questions. We are explorers. We explore our lives, day by day. And we explore the galaxy, trying to expand the boundaries of our knowledge. And that is why I am here. Not to conquer you with weapons or with ideas, but to coexist and learn.
Let's see what's out there. Engage.